On September 13, 2024, a crime so horrific unfolded in Luton, England, that it left an entire community in shock. Inside a small apartment, a mother and her 2 children lay dead, executed in cold blood, their killer, their own son and brother, Nicholas Prosper. But this wasn't just a family tragedy. Prosper had bigger plans. He wanted to go down in history as one of the deadliest mass shooters of the 21st century. Nicholas Prosper was often described as a quiet and geeky individual with a strong interest in computers. As he grew older, he became increasingly isolated, withdrawing from social interactions and immersing himself in the dark corners of the internet. His fascination with infamous school shootings, particularly the Sandy Hook Elementary School tragedy, where a 20-year-old man named Adam Lanza shot and killed 26 people, grew into a dangerous obsession. Prosper aspired to surpass him, meticulously planning an attack that would etch his name into the annals of infamy. For months, Nicholas carefully crafted his plan. One of the most critical moments came when he secured his weapon using a forged firearms license. He exploited a loophole in UK gun laws to buy a double-barreled shotgun and 100 cartridges from a private seller. Now, he had everything he needed to carry out his massacre. The night before the murders, Prosper spent hours scouring the internet for disturbing content. Do you die shot in the neck? How lethal are neck gunshots? Man shoots woman in the head at close range. Between 3 and 4 a.m., he obsessively watched footage of school shooters and mass killings. Then, he recorded a chilling video, his final message before the massacre.
On June 30th, my sister decided to make the only correct choices in episode 1 of season 1 of The Walking Dead games, and for that her face will be mutilated further than necessary.
Nicholas wasn't just fantasizing about violence, he was counting down the hours. At around 5 a.m., Juliana Falcon, his mother, awoke earlier than he had anticipated and discovered him armed with the shotgun. A violent struggle ensued, during which Juliana sustained defensive wounds before Prosper fatally shot her in the head at close range. His 13-year-old sister, Giselle, awakened by the commotion, attempted to hide under a dining table but was pursued and shot in the face, killing her instantly. 16-year-old Carl, armed with a knife in an attempt to defend himself, was shot in the chest and subsequently stabbed over 100 times while pleading for his life. Despite his injuries, Carl managed to escape into the hallway, but was ultimately killed by a gunshot to the head at close range. With his family dead, Nicholas was ready for his main event. He grabbed his gear and left the house, heading toward his old elementary school. But here's where his plan started to fall apart. Realizing he had no way to pull off his massacre, Nicholas hid the shotgun in a nearby field. He spent 2 hours wandering the streets, evading police, before finally flagging down officers himself. And this is where it gets even creepier. His hands are still covered in his family's blood while he keeps saying over and over that it is not murder. In court, Prosper pleaded guilty to 3 counts of murder and other related charges. He was sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 49 years. The judge acknowledged his age and guilty plea but emphasized the severity of his crimes and the premeditated nature of his actions. If you want more true crime stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And as always, stay safe.